Hey y'all, so I'm about to tint my eyebrows and I decided to show you guys how I do it at home for less than $2. Yes, less than $2 y'all. So I used to go to the salon and get my eyebrows tinted like every 4 to 6 weeks for like $25 and they use henna at the salon. So I decided, hey, this is not that hard. I'm going to order me a henna eyebrow kit and I'm going to try it myself. So I went on Amazon and I found this henna kit and y'all don't mind, I'm in here with no makeup and lipstick on. I was watching my fall lipsticks to see what I wanted to keep in my collection and what I wanted to purge. And I came across this lipstick that came from Sephora. It's called, I think it's called Fireside, from the Sephora Lip Stories collection. And I think it was limited edition. It's probably discontinued now at this point. But this is the last one I tried on and I just left it on. So I'm not in here crazy wearing no makeup and lipstick. I just happened to leave this on, so don't mind me. But let's get back to this henna eyebrow kit. So yeah, I got this henna eyebrow kit from Amazon. It's from this brand called Existing Beauty, and it's henna for brows, long-lasting color with natural henna, no lead, no ammonia. And I got the color dark brown. And the kit is $12. And it comes with 3 packets of henna color. And I'm going to show you guys. It comes with a packet like this in there. And then in that packet, it comes with 3 little packets like this of henna color. And each of those packets can do your brows 3 times. And I've used this packet twice already. Actually, I've used this packet, I think, 3 times already. And it's enough in there probably to do my brows 2 more times. But if you have thicker brows, you may need more. My brows are pretty thin, so I don't need a whole lot. So let's just say that each packet can do your brows at least 3 times. And it's 4 packets in there, so that makes it less than $2 per time you do your eyebrows. That's cheap and it's super simple. So like I said, the kit comes with 3 little packets and it comes with this little scooper thing so that you can mix up the henna in there. And all you have to do is add the henna to the little scoop thing and add some water and mix that up, and that's what I'm about to do. And then I'm going to show you guys how I tint my eyebrows at home for less than $2. Okay, so I added the henna powder. I'm trying to show you guys, like, come on camera. There we go. I added the henna powder to this little scoop. And after I added the henna powder to the scoop, it's still like enough to do my brows 2 more times. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a spritzer bottle to add water, because you don't want to add too much water. And I'm going to use a chopstick to just mix that up. And you want to turn it into like a paste. You don't want it too runny because you don't want it to run. You want to mix it and turn it into a paste. And I think I put enough water. I might have put a little bit too much water. I'm going to add a little bit more henna powder to that so I can get a nice thick paste. Okay, so my henna paste is ready to go. And before we get into the brows, let's take a moment to talk about my hair, because I know y'all gonna ask. I just did my hair today. I did a wash and go using mousse gel and my 3-row comb. So make sure y'all watch my 3-row comb wash and go tutorial and you'll see exactly how I styled my hair. That's how I did it. It's gonna last me for the next 2 weeks. Now let's get back to these brows. So I tint my brows because your sis have grays growing in. And I'll be 30 in about 5 weeks. I said 30. I wish. I'll be 40 in about 5 weeks. And I cannot understand for the life of me why my brows are graying already. I think it was lockdown because I ain't have no grays in my brows. After lockdown, all of a sudden I had all these grays. And I was thinking about microblading my brows. However, I'm on tretinoin and I would have to stop it for about a week or so before, and then wait another 2 weeks after to use it after getting microblading. And tretinoin will cause the microbraided black brows to fade faster, and that doesn't sound very cost effective to me. I'll have to get them retouched quicker than I need to if I wasn't on tretinoin. Tretinoin is prescription strength retinol, if you guys don't know. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. So my next best option is to tint my eyebrows. So I tint them in this permanent, I'm not permanent, semi-permanent color, y'all. Let me slow down. The henna is semi-permanent color for my brows. And like I said, it lasts like 4 to 6 weeks before it starts fading. Or actually, the color will still be there. My grays will start showing through. And that's when it's time for me to do it again. And I like to tint my brows because then I don't have to fuss with an eyebrow pencil every day. Just to fix up my shape a little bit, but not to do a full-on brow. Because my brows grow very thin. And I like them a little thicker and have more shape. So that's why I tint them. So I'm about to get ready to tint my brows. And first, I just brush them into shape. And now we're about to get ready to apply the henna. Okay, so I brush my brows into place, and I usually just clean up my brows with the tweezers to remove any strays and keep the shape. Sometimes I get them threaded, but I find they remove too much hair, so I don't get them threaded often. And after I tint my brows, any stray hairs left over, I'll go ahead and pluck those out. But I'm going to use this little angled brush to apply the henna paste. And that's the henna paste, y'all. So pretty much you want to keep the shape of your brows and put the henna paste on your natural shape. And you want to be generous, but generous after you already launched your shape, outlined your shape. And I make sure I get the tails of my eyebrows really good because that's when my brows grow thin and it needs it the most. And I'm just going to go in and make sure I get the shape I want, because not only will the henna stain the hairs in my eyebrows, it's going to stain my skin for a couple of days. So wherever you put the henna, it's going to stain. So just keep that in mind. If you don't get the shape that you want and you stain your skin, it's going to be like that for a few days. But it does fade off eventually. Like I figure in like 3 or 4 days you'll see it start to fade off the skin. And my brush is a little soft. A firm brush is best for this because you'll have better control over applying the henna. But I'm going to work with what I have right now. And I'm using a paper towel to brush off the excess henna so that I'm able to spread it more easily, because it starts getting a little dry or crusty. Yeah, add a little bit more to my right brow. And then I'm going to move on to the left brow. I'm just adding a little bit more water to that paste and mixing it up. One thing about this mix, it has these little beads in there that when you mix it up, for some reason they don't dissolve. So I just brush those off my brush so they don't get in the way. And you can make your brows as thick or as thin. Well, not as thin. Your brows have to already be thin, but you can make them as thick as you want if you just go outside of your brow line. I don't want to do that. I don't like my brows super thick. I like them to look natural. So I try to stay within my brow line and just a little outside where it's uneven. Just to even them out, not to make them super thick. I don't like super thick brows. So now I'm going to go in with a Q-tip and just clean it up a bit to make sure it's even. Okay, so my right brow is done, and now I'm going to go in and do the left brow and try my best to make sure they're even, because like I said, wherever it stains, it's going to be like that for about a week. It's coming along good, y'all. And I'm just going to get the inside, and I try to just give it like an ombre effect so it just don't look thick and it looks natural when I'm doing the inner corners. So you kind of like feather it. I'll get a little closer and get that arch. Now, this brow is a little thicker than this one, and there's no biggie, because then I just go back to the other side and even them out. And the henna looks black when you put it on, but when you wipe it off, it's definitely going to be a dark brown. I usually fill in my brows with the dark brown pencil, but if you want your brows darker, you can mix the dark brown with the black. I think I'm going to try that one time and see how it comes out. Being that I rent my hair blue as black, I should probably start wearing my brows a little darker. Alright, y'all, that's going to do the trick. So I'm going to let this dry for about an hour and go eat dinner. And then I'm going to come back and show you guys how I remove the henna and how my brows look when I'm all done. So stay tuned. Alright, y'all, so I'm back. It's been about an hour and I'm ready to remove the henna and show y'all how my brows look. Freshly tinted. I'm going to use a wet sponge and a dry cotton pad. So let's go ahead and remove this henna and see the results. Okay, so I'm going to take, sorry, that was the mirror, y'all. I'm going to take the wet sponge and I'm just going to go ahead and wipe the henna off my brows. It's very crunchy. This is going to take a few wipes, but it's coming off. And it's a little face wash in the sponge, not intentionally, but I've been using this sponge to wash my face. I use those compressed sponges that come about 50 in a pack, and you just wet it to inflate it, and you can throw them away every couple of days. So sometimes it's just some soap left in there, and that's what's happening now. So I didn't intentionally put like face wash in there. It's just leftover face wash. Telling you guys that to let you know you don't need to add any soap or face wash or anything to the sponge. You can also use wet cotton pads, but it'll take more work because of the layers of henna. It'll be more work to remove it. So now I'm going to take the dry cotton pad and just go over that. And pretty much most of the henna is off because the cotton pad is coming back clean. And I'm going to take my eyebrow brush and just brush my brows a little bit to show you guys what it looked like. And you see the color is brown. And my shape looks natural. It's probably a few strays that I can clean up. And what I usually do every day is just clean up the shape a little bit with my dark brown eyebrow pencil, and it darkens it up a bit. You guys can see my hair. My hair is blue as black, so my hair is like really dark. I just rinsed it last wash. So compared to my eyebrows, they're not the same color. But when I put the brow pencil in, it darkens my brows up a bit. And then as it fades during the week, my brows will get a little more natural in color. But I do think that next time I'm going to try mixing black with the brown. I never use black because black is too harsh, but I think black mixed with the brown would be the perfect color. So I'll probably go ahead and order that black kit so I can mix the colors together and see how that turns out. Now I'm going to go ahead and just remove the henna from my other brow. And now I'm going to take the dry cotton pad and just go over that. And see, it's clean. All the henna is removed. And now I'm going to brush my brow with my brow brush again. And that's how my brows turned out. They're tinted. My shape is still natural. I didn't get too much excess on my skin. But the most important part, and let's get up close so y'all can see, no more grays. The grays are absolutely gone, and that is my most important reason for tinting my brows, to get rid of them pesky grays. That's it, y'all. I am all done. My brows are tinted and they look very natural in shape still. That is how I tint my brows for less than $2. And again, this is the Henna Brow Kit that I use. I'm going to be sure to link that for you guys in the description box. And like I said, you can mix black with dark brown and you'll get a darker color. If your hair is brown, the dark brown is good enough. My hair is usually like what would be considered a 1B color, and it's like a dark brown off black, and it usually matches good with this color. But when my hair is bluish black, I definitely need something darker. But overall, I like how my brows came out. They came out good for $2. I can't complain, and this will last me for 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm happy. I'm about to get my behind in the bed because I have work in the morning. So I will see you guys next time. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments.